Welcome to the State Fair of Texas.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Standing in the shadows of the most iconic ride that we have here. That's the Texas Star Ferris wheel. And my department is in charge of growing all these plants that you see right behind us. So we've got a number of different varieties here and there. We've got some salvias, some native plants, esmeraldas. These are the dinner plate hibiscus, which actually survive our winter times here. And coming up here in about a month, we take all of these planters that you see here and they get distributed all around the grounds. In addition to that, we'll be doing hanging baskets and combination planters and all kind of things to just pretty up the fairgrounds, getting ready for the event, which starts on September 30th. So each day kind of gets a little bit more progressively busier and busier. So this is still very much a part of what my team does. But what keeps us busiest most of the year is the Big Tex Urban Farms Initiative. This guy right here. Which we're standing right next to my greenhouse, which has become the cornerstone of the project. We operate 365 days a year, 7 days a week. We're harvesting all the time. In fact, my guys are in there about to get started on a small harvest here this morning.
Oh, that'd be awesome to see.
We donate 100% of the produce that we grow while we trial all different types of hydroponic technologies. We have some deep water, we've got some NFT, 2 different types of vine crop systems, tower gardens, a couple of different vertical types. We grow a lot of microgreens in bootstrap farmer trays.
Right.
The legendary
The
trays.
only way to grow.
Right, the only way to do it, exactly. So yeah, man, I'd love to get you inside and show you around a bit.
That would be great. Like it said, this is my first time ever getting to see a hydroponic style setup.
Okay.
You know, I've seen them on YouTube,
Yeah.
of course, you know, stuff like that. But where I'm from, back home in Kansas, we don't have anything set up like that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Most of us grow in high tunnels already, and we grow in the ground. And so I was really stoked to come down here and check. When Nick gave us the opportunity and said, "Hey, I've got a buddy I need you to meet. He's doing great things for the community."
Oh, he's more than a buddy.
and check him out. And so it was like I had to jump on. I was like, yeah, let's go down there and check it out. And so I was like, I'm super stoked about checking this out.
Awesome, man. Well, the cool thing about what you're going to see in here is that we've got a little bit of everything going on. So you'll get to kind of look and see what may fit for you.
Right. That's pretty awesome. So you said that you donate 100% of the food here. So does that go to like shelters? Back home we have like facilities that you can go to and do food pickups every week or anything like. Is that the kind of donation that you guys give to?
Exactly. So we work with 8 different nonprofit groups. We've already made 1 donation already this morning, and we've got 2 more going out, 3 more going out today. Friday's a big day for us. So, but yeah, so the group that came and picked up this morning is Parkland. They're a local hospital, and they have a facility that does a free farmers market for their patients on Friday.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we contribute fresh produce to their farmers market. We're doing almost the exact same thing with another hospital-funded group called the Baylor Scott and White Health and Wellness Institute. That's going to be one of the deliveries that goes out here this morning. Same program. They've got a free Friday market. Then we're going to a food pantry at a local church that we contribute to every Friday. And then also the skate park we're going to check out next, where they do a free distribution on Sundays for people, for families in the neighborhood.
That's pretty cool. So I would take it that in order for stuff like that to happen, you would have to have a lot of local sponsors, stuff like that, to kind of help you guys get through that. I mean, to help fund some of that backbone anyway to make this happen.
That's another thing that makes us very unique. 100% of our funding comes from the State Fair of Texas itself.
Oh, really?
100%. We don't do any outside funding at all at this point.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
We tell people when they come out to the event itself, you know, a portion of their tickets and everything that they do goes to fund the work that we do here. All right, so these are probably our favorite systems, our favorite type of system. What you're looking at is called deep water culture, right? DWC for short. Basically what we've done is build a rectangular box out of dimensional lumber.
Oh, okay.
Then cover it with a pond line. Okay, so it holds water.
Right.
And then you design just a very basic rudimentary plumbing system to keep the water moving all the time. All right. We just use a standard inline pond this size, we've got a 3/4 horsepower.
Okay.
So it's a decent size,
Right,
you know,
right.
but nothing too big. And that keeps the water moving all the time. So when you add nutrients or you need to adjust the pH, being able to keep everything in solution is real important.
Right.
So for us, that's a big component of this, is just keeping the water hot all the time. On top of that, you need to think about oxygen
Right.
in a system like this, because the plants are literally floating on top of the water. That's those are the dimensions.
So 44 by 14.
And we, like clockwork, hit around almost 400 heads of lettuce every year.
Wow, that's awesome. So I take it starts, obviously
Exactly.
it starts from this side here.
Starts
So
here.
what's the cycle, like the length of time between from that? So 4 weeks, so you're basically like a month. So you're just moving it, like as you harvest, you put the new ones in it, and just push it back
Exactly
down.
right. That's 100% correct. So we harvest off of the first row, sometimes the first 2 rows, you know, depending on the season.
Right.
And then everything gets pushed forward. Those rafts get scrubbed and cleaned up, and then they get replanted.
Now the varieties, are they any different setup varieties specifically for hydroponic growing versus in-ground growing?
There
Is
are.
varieties? Okay.
There are. We get everything from a company called Giant Seeds.
Right.
They do a line of what they call hydroponic lettuces.
okay.
That being said, there's certainly some field varieties that do well in our systems too. So that's going to be that. Every situation is different. We tried 4 or 5 varieties that for different reasons it just did not work out.
Right.
And we've come down with a group of about 3 or 4 varieties that we really like.
I think that's a lot of growers, that situation. Even being in ground, we're the same on our farm. There's certain varieties that grow well where we're at, and that's the one that's our backbone of what we grow. You know.
We grow on rockwood,
Right.
stone wool. It's a great medium for hydroponics. You can see right here, this is one that we planted out yesterday. In fact. Ideally, your seedlings are going to live on these grow racks for around 14 to 17 days.
Okay.
And then they're going to be ready to go into the system. This is more or less what they look like at the finishing
Now, when you
stage.
mean a system, you mean put into these.
Exactly.
Okay.
Either the ponds or the NFT or whatever system is best for today. But this is a rockwood cube. You can see they're
Wow.
perforated. They're perforated so they separate out super easy.
That's crazy.
And you can see, yes, every shelf has the grow lights. At this stage, this is where your light is very critical.
Right.
They'll stretch on you in a second and be useless. So you definitely need to account for whatever type of lighting you're going to use. These are bottom watering systems also. We have them hooked up to a timer.
Right.
Both the lights and the pump for the watering is hooked up to a timer. We irrigate once a day for like 30 minutes.
I got you.
Very, very easy.
I got you. So it'll basically will fill the trough up, sit for 30 minutes, and then it'll drain it itself.
Exactly.
Yep.
You just set it up. You don't want to flood it, or you can push your seeds out. So
Right.
you have to just kind of jockey with the valves a little bit. And you'll figure that out. That's trial and error. Same thing with the lights. Like we don't run our lights all that as much as most people. I think we run ours for like 10 to 12 hours. A lot of people would run them, push it a little bit more than that, but we get so much natural lighting.
Right.
Because we're a greenhouse. So
Right.
that's your system and your situation will vary. And we start them in the small, just like we
1, 2, 3
did
liters.
there.
Right.
And then they're going to be potted up into these, what we call delta blocks.
Okay.
Okay, they're a little bit bigger, and we're going to let those sit in my grow rack for usually another 2 weeks after they get bumped up, so you get good root growth out of the bottom.
You can see it.
And then we'll get them over, you can see them, they'll grow all over the place. And then we'll take them over here, and we just set them on top of the rockwood. And these are called slabs. Okay? We just set the slab on top of this right there. And this is basically a glorified rain gutter. That's all it is. So very similar to how it works over there. We've got a reservoir of water, this box right there, it's still on that section. We've got a small pump that pumps the water through this dense, very basic, rudimentary drip irrigation system and waters into the vines individually. Water passes through, there's drainage holes cut at the bottom of the slab.
Okay.
And it's collected by the gutter. And it takes it right
Back around again.
this is one thing that's actually pretty cool. So this is our reservoir right there. But rather than let it just be dead space the way most growers do, because of the way we're designed, I was like, let's grow something on this.
Right.
So we punched a bunch of holes and kind of retrofitted the touch buckets, and now we're growing right on top of our reservoir. So this reservoir feeds this row and these other three, and it could probably feed another three after that if I had the room for them.
What literally would have been just wasted space, I guess. Yeah, because you've got the holes punched in the bottom and conduit. That's a neat idea.
And this is a mixer. We've got bell peppers down this side and eggplants down here. So these are going to grow on the V shape.
Oh,
so on these you're going to use the string and flip method. Because we're not leaning and lowering these, so we're going with the V shape.
Right.
Which I've seen some people do it on the tomatoes now, by the way.
Oh, really?
I haven't tried that yet, but we'll get there.
They look beautiful. This eggplant looks amazing.
Yeah, they look good. They make pretty flowers. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, it makes a nice kind of compact dense head. Real good for
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations on that milestone, Drew. That's pretty awesome. That's something to be very proud of for the crew here and for yourself. But thank you for allowing us to be here today. This is amazing to see. I love seeing how different growers. That was the whole purpose of this trip for us coming down, was to actually see how other people grow in other areas of the United States. And so it was pretty awesome. And thank you very much. I appreciate it, brother. Everything you're doing here is amazing, and it's very impressive. Very impressive.
We can help in any way.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.